By show of hands, how many of you are goal achievers? Most of you. You say one thing, science says another. Today, Gerren Sprauve will share a few tips that may help you shatter that myth and gain confidence. Please welcome Toastmasters Gerren Sprauve and his speech titled, "Chances Are You've Got What You Asked For, Did You?"
I'm going to share something with you, and then I want you to ask me for the deeper truth. And we'll do this a couple times. I've been lost.
Now I'm found.
I haven't been found. I've been hiding. I didn't want anyone to see me. I didn't recognize who I was. I don't know who I am.
No.
Who I was taken from me. I gave myself away.
Who's the truth?
I felt powerless. I was young. I didn't have anyone to protect me. I trusted her. She liked me. It felt good. Many of us start our lives off setting goals. Whether it's young or older, we set goals. And science says that only 8% of us actually achieve our goals. That means 92% of us are doing something odd, different. Yeah, they said, you have to have SMART goals. You know what those are. And somewhere along the line from when we set that first goal until when we ask ourselves the question, when I reach that goal, there's so much muck in between. Trauma can be at play. Disappointment can be at play. So many different things can happen that makes us not achieve these goals based on science. But when you ask the question, I would say 98% of the room raise their hands if they are goal achievers. So what's the conflict there? Like, what's going on? Who's measuring what? Who's asking the right questions? Well, I look at when I was 9 years old. I said, at 45, I'm going to retire. So at 9, I don't even know what retire means. But that was my plan. Guess what? And I'm far, far away from retiring, based on the way people typically consider it. I never said retiring from court. The people in there who says, by the age of, I want to be married, I want to have a house, I want to have kids. That time comes and goes. Did they achieve the goal? Depends on what you're asking. There are people who say, I'm going to come to Toastmasters and I'm going to learn how to speak and learn how to communicate so that I can speak to thousands of people. In their mind, they may be saying, I want to stand on a stage and speak to thousands of people. But who are you talking to daily? And are you counting those people? Have you achieved your goal? What's the question? What's the question? When I started my business back in 2006, I had a full vision. And I said I wanted to have this size square footage of an office. I want to have this amount of people. I want to have this kind of culture. I want to meet these needs of my team. I listed it all out. And over the past 17 years, I've grown my business. I've had employees, I still do. And then, most recently, I had to have a conversation with my team. Now, over this 17-year-old period, I've never missed a payroll, thank God. I've never laid off anybody, thank God, even during COVID.
Good.
Blessings, right? And then we got the call from one of our clients and said, we're going in another direction. And all of a sudden now, I have to speak to 30 people to let them know there's going to be some changes. I've never had to have that conversation in my life. So, after vomiting, I sat in it. I sat in the sadness, the emotions, the disappointment, and I questioned myself, like, yo, did you achieve the goal? Oh. I go back to my vision that I listed out, and I said I want to do all these things, but I never said for how long. I woke up Tuesday morning, and the first thing that came to me says, be grateful. So I pull up my pen and my pad, my book that's right there, and I started listing all the things that I learned during this season, during that period. I learned how to. I came up with 63 things. And as I looked at it, even though I was sad on the inside and disappointed, you learned all of this? Like, yo, this is cool. This is such a great gift. Next day comes, and I'm like, I gotta have this conversation with my team. I sit down and prepare, I pray, and then I go in. And I talk to them. And I said to them, hey, okay, I'm gonna give you just a quick graph. Gerren's vision, my company's name, these are all the different people that have benefited from us, from our vendors, our suppliers, people who started businesses off of the company, the whole nine. Our clients, how we benefited them. And then I said, okay, my team. How has our company helped you? Somebody gave something. I was able to buy a house. Okay? Who else? I was able to take my kids through school. Okay? Who else? And it went on and on and on, and then this list was just huge. And while I'm turning to them, I'm wiping away tears because it's killing me, because I actually achieved the goal. But in the moment, it sucked to be having this conversation with these folks. I keep writing, and I'm like, yo, this is why I started the company, for you. To be able to do these things, and you're telling me that we did it? I challenge you. Before you say, I didn't achieve the goal, ask the question. Write down what you're grateful for. Ask the people in your lives how you helped. You might be pleasantly surprised. Thank you.